Hey everyone, Jeff Bache here, and thank you for checking out one of my videos about the Gym Leader Challenge format. If you're interested in getting into the format, there's a couple things you'll need to know. First, Gym Leader Challenge is a monotype format, which means you have to pick one Pokemon type and build your deck around it. It's a singleton format, meaning that you can't play more than one card of the same name in your 60 card deck. Lastly, no rules box Pokemon are allowed, so you can't play any EX, V, V-Star, Radiant Pokemon, or the like. Gym Leader Challenge is definitely my favorite way to play the Pokemon TCG. If you're enjoying the content, I would appreciate it if you could take a second and like and subscribe to the channel. Every little bit goes a long way in helping the channel grow. Thank you and enjoy. We got a fun one. I think this might be maybe the first or second time. I think I tried playing a fire deck on stream one time before. It's a type I enjoy. It's a type that I have fond memories of in the game, but it's not a type that I've really been attracted to play in the TCG. And I don't know if that's just because there's like not necessarily a deck that fits my play style, or if it's just that I don't really have a lot of love for the fire type Pokemon that are the strongest. Obviously, Charizard's like a go to for like most people, but there's just something about the fire type that doesn't get me going. But this is like I think the deck that is probably like the most excited I've been to play it. So we'll see tonight. What are your thoughts on fire in general, Weeder, in the GLC world right now? I know that you are one of the champions of probably the best fire deck right now. What are your thoughts on fire?
Uh, I like Fire a lot. I think it's really fun to play, but it tends to be, I'd say on average, it's more difficult to play because sometimes like shady dealings, picking the right card, picking any card is great, but sometimes picking the right card is very hard.
Mm-hmm.
So I think Fire is hard for most people, and it takes a lot of practice.
Well, I want to just talk real quickly then about the fire deck and what we have going on. So the card I'm most excited about, and I'll start with that, is this Ninetales, who has the Nine-Tailed Dance attack, which is 9 damage counters on one of your opponent's Pokemon for 2 energy, which is actually like a pretty impressive rate in GLC when you think about a bench attack that can do damage counters. 9 is quite a bit, and 2 energy is pretty, reasonably costed. We have the caveat that it can't attack during the next turn, but let's be honest, Ninetales at 120 HP, it's not going to be surviving a lot of return KOs, but it is going to be really a huge factor in taking out some of your opponent's support Pokemon. And then one of the reasons why this archetype started in this Moltres for 3 energy, you have to discard 2, does 120 to the bench. And so this card in its own kind of got people to start thinking about Fire Snipe, and not necessarily Fire Spread, because there aren't a lot of good spread options, but Fire Snipe as a whole. And then you pair it with just some of like the best support lines in the game. Not quite maybe Inteleon level, but we've got Macargo here, smooth over, basically puts a card on top of our deck every turn, and we're hoping to find ways to draw into things using that smooth over ability. And one of those ways is Salazzle, who lets us discard a fire energy to draw 3. And of course, we've got kind of what I think is known as Fire's best combo, which is Charizard and Heatmore. Both these cards go pretty ham together. Heatmore does 90 and then 180 to the bench as well if you have 3 extra fire energy, which is pretty easy to achieve once you have Charizard in play. And then we're also playing the other Mon here that's kind of popping up. The other two, I should say, is Oricorio, Entei, and then I have Chi-Yu as well. I'm not playing Volcanion. I don't know if this deck wants to play for the explosive starts, and Volcanion's not that great of an attacker late game. Like 110 is fine, but Chi-Yu has such low cost here, just 2 energy, and it can do 140 as a revenge attacker, and then it can also power up things with its Flarebringer attack from the discard pile. So I'm trying out Chi-Yu today. We'll see if it's any good. I know some people are high on the card. I'm a little mid, but that's kind of the fire deck. Again, we got Welder, we got Blacksmith, we've got Magma Basin, we've got Giant Hearth. We just got like all the best fire cards, and then we're a little bit more snipe focused than other decks. So that's it. That's my mixtape. Weeder, what you got on your side of the table?
I am playing the most standard dark deck you could find. I'm playing BC Vasco's, I think it's B Savasco's list,
Mm-hmm.
and it's got Hoopa, Lipard, all the regular attackers, Weavile, Galarian Weezing, Spiritomb, and Guzzlord. And so also with Galarian Ultrace mixed in there. So it's as standard as it goes. I think Standard Dark is still a fantastic deck. It scales well with the change in times because Vile hits for huge damage with its ability, or sorry, as opposing Pokemon have abilities, and Guzzlord taking 2 prizes is a lot to contend with. So yeah, it should be an interesting matchup.
Oh yeah, that Dark, and again Standard Dark, which has become known as Red Banquet because of Guzzler's attack. It's just been like kind of the mainstay of the format. Like if there's one constant to the format, it's that Guzzlord is pretty good. It's pretty easy to power up. Beast Ring is a good card. And again, if that deck gets any more draw support beyond a trade Liepard, like we're gonna be in trouble, I think. Again, Galarian Wheezing, like you mentioned, is great. Galarian Moltres is a great late game attacker that powers itself up, and that Weavile gives me a lot of fear as someone who likes to play a lot of abilities, except in my Hitmonbros deck. I feel like every stream I gotta throw Hitmonbros up there. All right, we do have a basic here, and we're giving you one mulligan, but we are starting with Entei, which is a pretty good starter in this deck.
Pretty good. I took my mulligan and I'll draw for turn. All right, I'm going to start off with Nest Ball. Off the Nest Ball, I will take Zorua.
Mm-hmm.
I'll play a Level Ball. Actually, I have a lot of basics to put down this turn, which feels great. I'll take Coffee. And I will bench Spiritomb as well.
Oh, dang.
Still need to shuffle. But I will attach an energy to Coughing and put 10 damage on Spiritomb with Building Spite and pass to you.
All right. We'll draw here. All right. Our hand is not super great, but we have things to do. So we're going to start with a Trainer's Mail here. Look at the top four. Hopefully we find a way to get a basic. We found Field Blower and we found Wishful Baton are our only two items. And I think we'll take a Wishful Baton. It's pretty good with Entei. The one issue here is that Galarian Wheezing is going to KO us, not by damage. And so the Wishful Baton might not be super great, but we will take it here. We're going to drop down a Giant Hearth, and we'll go ahead and discard an Evo Soda, I believe, to go and get up to 2 fire energy. We're just going to get 1 because we're going to put these cards on the bottom of our deck because we do have a Marnie here. We need to try to get set up and we need to get some things on the bench ASAP. And so energy is going to go on Entei. This Spiritomb might try to attack in, so I think it is worth it to go ahead and put the Wishful Baton. There's probably no better wearer than Entei, in all honesty, for the Wishful Baton. And then I'm going to Marnie here. So we'll put our 3 cards on the bottom, draw up to 5 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And, well, we found a couple of cool things here. We found Bridget like a turn late, which is real sad. So I'm going to Quick Ball, and I think we're going to Quick Ball away a Fire Energy. We have Raihan and we have Mela, so I think that we need to be maybe a little cognizant of that we need a Fire Energy in our discard pile. So no Macargo, so we'll grab Charmander here, and then I'm going to bench this Vulpix as well. And then that's all we got. We'll pass the turn to you.
Okay. Draw
Hope
for
that's
turn.
enough.
Pretty decent hand, I'd say. I'll start with Evo Incense. Really sure if I should go straight for Wheezing to get an extra 80 damage in. I think that could really set you back potentially.
Yeah, because we'd have to get Entei out of the active there.
I think I'd prefer that, so it's a lot harder to get my Wheezing, a lot harder to get around Wheezing, but not setting up Liepard with potentially Ninetales threatening might be not great.
Mm-hmm.
Air Balloon on Purloin, and I will play Bayonet.
Alright, we're not too sad to see that either. We had Heavy Ball and Bridget in hand, so seeing some fresh cards here, much better.
Right, I drew Town Map.
Okay.
Like that. I'm just going to retreat
Okay.
and use Severe Poison.
Cool. And it's 5 during turn checkup, right? right. We'll draw here.
It's just 4.
Just 4. Okay. So this 4. 4 changes our math a little bit here. We got Welder in hand. So this intake can attack. Can it take the KO? So we would need to find another fire energy, right? Because Wheezing has 130. So can we
Yes.
find a fire energy off of this Welder? Maybe. So let's bench Chiyu. Let's start. We're not going to Sonya this turn. So let's discard Sonya for the 2 energy. 1, 2. So yeah, let's go ahead and Welder here. We're going to attach 2 energies to Entei, which is just maybe like the best fire Pokemon printed like in the last year or so. We'll draw 3 cards here. 1,
So great.
2, and 3. Well, we found all the fire energy we would ever need. So here is an extra fire energy onto Entei, which is going to do the knockout for us. Let's bench Oricorio here. Yeah, let's get Blaze Ball on, which will do 60 plus 80, so 140. We will take the KO, and then we're going to go to 80 here on our boy.
All right, that is pretty brutal. And the baton makes it so that I don't really want to knock you out this turn. So I'll draw the turn,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll start off with an Artisan as well. I forgot to build Spite last turn, so I'll do it this turn.
Okay.
Move to 20. I use Artisan for I think right now I'd like to go ahead and play Piers,
Okay.
get a Pokemon, which will be, oops, up here, Life Hard.
Mm-hmm.
Need to start drawing, and Special Energy will be take the Hiding Dark.
Yeah, hiding plus hoop is the combo.
I'll trade away 1 Dark Energy to draw 2, and the nothing super useful. I do think actually going to Super Rod, Wheezing, Coughing, and an Energy.
Okay.
So I'll shuffle the deck in a moment. I'll drop the Hiding Energy onto Hoopa. So I'll retreat into. I'm gonna retreat into Spiritomb
Okay.
and pass.
All right, and he'll go from this to 120, just a measly 10 left. All right, we'll draw here. All right, you gave us Artisan, and I wish that you had taken the KO there. So let's retreat into Chiyu here. We are going to attach an energy to Chiyu. I guess we can Artisan. Let's Artisan. Let's do that first. That's always probably the correct play. So I want to get, I guess, Heatmore here. And then let's play our supporter for turn, which is going to be Ball Guy. Ball Guy is going to grab Level Ball. He's swinging Heavy Ball. And then we're also going to grab Ultra Ball. We'll use Level Ball. We'll grab Charmeleon. I'm playing the Charmeleon that we can discard cards. We are not going to do that. And then we're going to play, I guess, Professor's Letter here to get some fire energy. And let's see where we're at with that. 1 fire energy, 2 fire energy. We'll put 1 fire energy in hand. We'll Ultra Ball away a fire energy and swing Heavy Ball. And we'll go and we'll grab the Ninetales. And then to finish up our turn here, we are going to Flare Bringer, which allows us to attach 2 basic energy cards to one of our Pokemon. And so I think the Pokemon that we want to attach it to, Hoopa only does 90, right?
That's correct.
Alright, so I think we'll attach 2 to Heatmore here, and we'll pass to you.
I'm in danger. I'll draw for turn. Trade away Bridget. 2. Ultra Ball away Moltres and Cynthia and Caitlin
Okay.
for Zoroark.
You're playing the stand-in Zoroark too.
So down to a few cards in hand. I'll use Arvin.
Okay.
Arvin for an item and a tool. I'll take Dark Claw.
Mm-hmm.
And what I want is Evo Soda.
Alright.
And then I'll Artisan for coughing.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to stand in attach floatstone and retreat into Hoopa.
Yep.
Hit for 110.
Yep.
Should be knockout, right?
Choose down. All right, we'll
All right,
promote.
and off the prizes, this Lord.
Cool. We'll take Heatmore here, and then we'll draw. So we have Charizard here. And then I have Guzma and I have Noah. And that's the problem. Because I don't know which one to play right now. Because we're not killing Hoopa with just the 90. So I want to take the double knockout. I think we have to take the double knockout when it presents itself. So I think we hold off on Mela. We'll have time to use it again. Especially because you're going to have to answer this heat. So let's Guzma up Spiritomb. Actually, no, let's Guzma up Coughing. Because we can always take care of Spiritomb with like Oricario. And we're going to go into Entei. And then we're going to discard an energy, one energy, because Charizard doubles it up. To retreat back into Charizard, or into Heatmore. And then we're going to Exciting Flames, we'll do 90, and then we're going to take care of Liepard as well for the double KO prize. I know there was a lot of thinking there, but I think that's the correct play.
Promote Zoroark. And draw for turn. Not a good top deck here. I'm in spot, honestly, by benching Guzzlord, though I don't know that I'll even be able to activate it this game. Play Clara. Hard. Purloin. 1 energy.
Okay.
Bench. Purloin. I'll spread Spite. Doesn't matter at this point. I'll go to 3. I'll attach an energy. I'll attach to Guzzlord. I'll retreat into Hoopa. And I'll hit for the knockout.
Cool. Alright.
110.
Heatmore is down. Alright. So Entei has the knockout. It just doesn't survive any attack on the backswing. But we are going to go up into Entei because this Wishful Baton will probably be pretty useful. Let's draw. So I'm going to Rescue Stretcher and grab a Heatmore here. I'm going to bench Moltres. We are going to Mela. And we're going to go ahead and attach an energy to Entei, and we'll draw 3 cards here. 1, 2, and 3. We are going to use Fire Crystal. We will get back 3 energies. We're going to go ahead and put an energy on to Heatmore here. And then we will Blaze Ball for the KO on Hoopa.
Okay. All right. Down 2 prizes. Promote Zoroark. Draw for turn. Not sure I see a way out of this one. I'll evolve to Liepard and trade away Ball for 2 cards. Let's see. First, I'll field blower your baton.
Yep, Baton is gone.
All I think I can really do is attach the twin, and I'll Mind Jack for 160.
Cool. He'll take 20 less and die. And you called it. We've got Blacksmith in hand. So we'll draw. So I think like Blacksmith almost like assures us the win here. Because your Spiritomb is so low on HP. And then there will be 10 left on the Zoroark. And we also get to get rid of Guzzlord here. So we'll just Blacksmith, find our 2 energies here. We will attach them to Heatmore. We've got an energy from hand, which we will attach to Oricorio. And then, yeah, we will just go ahead and Exciting Flames 90 to Zoroark, and we'll do 180 to Guzzlord, since that's really your only comeback engine. And we'll go to 1 prize.
Draw for a turn. Trade away Gloria. I'll just mind jack you and let you take the last prize.
Yeah, we'll promote Oricorio. He doesn't need anything else because of Charizard, and then we'll put 1 on Zerwork and we'll put 3 on Spiritomb. Take a double prize, even though we don't need it.
GG.
Yeah,
So quick
GG's.
one.